Okay, we're going to be talking about the furnishing leveling trick. I've had a few people ask about this because furnishing is one of the more difficult crafting skills to level. It's actually one of my lower ones. I put a lot of effort into getting it up to the point to be able to make trophies, like just the minor trophies. Um, trophy like the minor trophies are level 75. Took forever to get to 75. And then I was pushing to get the iron storage chest at level 85, and it took a long time to get to the iron storage chest. So a lot of people, you're trying to get to those levels, and then the next thing that you're trying to push for is getting your skills up to 150 so that you can take some of these other drops, like you can upgrade your trophies. You can craft a minor trophy, and then you can take these random drops that drop in the world and you upgrade your trophies to higher versions. But you're trying to level it up to 150, and then you're trying to level it up to 200 so that you can make the even higher tier trophies. So it's a grind. And the different trade skills have different experience requirements to level them up, and furnishing is one of the slower ones. I'm at 127. I haven't put in a lot of effort, but I will tell you that once you hit level 100, it becomes very easy to level your furnishing. I just haven't put effort into it. I've been focusing on getting my armoring up so that I could make my void bent armor. I can now do that. My next focuses are going to be on furnishing, and it's going to be on weaponsmithing. I've talked to you a little bit about what I'm doing for weaponsmithing, and I've done a little bit teaser talking about what I've been doing for furnishing and what I plan to continue doing for furnishing to get all the way up to 200. And I think it's going to be very easy for me to finish leveling this skill, especially based on some things that I just saw on the town board, or not town board, on the market, which I'll show you here in a second. So how have I gotten my level up so far? Obviously, in the very early days, you're just making just ash desks, timber, iron ingots, some ash stain, gives you 282 furnishing. And the way that I determine what I'm going to make is I take the experience that you get for an item and divide it by the total potential cost of the items to craft it. Obviously, not everyone buys their stuff from the market, but I look at all activities as the value of the activity per time, right? So you can either go out and collect items and use them for yourself, or you can go and collect items and sell them on the market. And if you use an item versus selling it on the market, you essentially bought that item. So I equate everything down to the gold value of the components. So once you get to the mid 50s, a great way to level up to trophies, and you can continue leveling all the way up to 100 doing this if you want to as well, is by grabbing the Maple Bed 01 schematic. What this is going to do for you is it's going to unlock a recipe for you to be able to make the cherry bed sheets. Now, I was lucky and I got one of the even lower level recipes that's similar to this early on, and I actually used that for leveling up my lower levels by crafting the cerulean bed sheets. It was a 282. It's 30 timber, 15 iron, 2 ash stain, which is similar. I made some of these as well. They're basically no different in experience and requirements as this. However, the cherry ones are a little bit different. The cherry sheets bunk bed versus like a maple full bed. For some reason, the cherry sheets bunk bed is taking iron instead of steel, and it's giving you the same amount of furnishing. Now, I think this is a bug. Sorry in advance if they change this because of me, but I'm pretty sure this is a bug. It only takes iron. So you can save and use this cherry sheets bunk bed, gives you the same amount of furnishing experience, and this is a great way for you to get up to the point of doing trophies, or even get all the way up to being able to do what I do at level 100. But I like doing the trophies. You can sell these. They do cost a little bit more. They take that steel, they take the motes, and the motes are valuable right now because people are using them for their void bent armor. But you can do that bed sheets route if you randomly come across the recipe, or if you want to invest into getting it so that you can use that to level your furnishing. Storage chests, once you get to this level, they're good. They cost a little bit more because of the major rune of holding, but you can sell them. So you might be able to get a profit So this is really going to be a question of how much faction tokens you have for spending on this. You might be using your faction tokens for your gear. You might be using it to craft bags to level your armoring. That's a great way to level your armoring, is by crafting bags. Amazing experience. And this is the same thing. It's pretty good experience. But really, once you get up to 75, I determined that the best thing for the cost of the items, based on the amount of experience you get, crafting trophies is actually a really good way to level, because you get so much experience per trophy, and you can sell those items on the market. The market values have dropped for them, but as more people become aware of the value of trophies, certain ones are going to be very valuable. People are trying to get their mining trophies. I did actually just craft another one of those for myself, because I realized for some reason I didn't have a third one, and the last one in my third house, you can only have one per house, but I had 3 homes, so I only had 2 for some reason. I thought I had 3. So I fixed that for myself. So I was just making trophies. You can actually make the luck trophy if you want to. The luck trophy is less experience than the other ones, and you can start making it at level 100. I need to double check what the value of this is. I might do that real quick on the market when I run over there, just to sell it. I have some rabbit's feet. You can check the value of rabbit's foot on your server. Just determine if it makes sense to craft these or not, because you might make a profit back and be able to invest that back into resources and make things quickly. But these are taking steel ingots and lumber. Another way for you to craft for experience is just making the maple stain. It's not as good. It's slightly below the value of making the trophies themselves, the maple stain. The maple stain is going to take oil and weak solvents. And the weak solvents are about 0.25 per weak solvent, and the oil is about 0.6 on my server right now. But all this stuff is fluctuating. Maybe you check to see what the values are for your server at any given time. Oil used to be more expensive. All this stuff used to be more expensive. It's coming down in price. But what I've been making now is, once you hit level 100, I'll just get straight to the answer. Once you hit level 100, you want to be making oak stain. You make 336 furnishing experience, which is a good amount. Significantly higher than the maple stain, which is, I think, 86. Maple stain, 84. But the oak stain is significantly more. Oak stain is 336 furnishing experience, the same exact amount of oil and potent solvent instead of weak solvent. Now, I will show you here something that's very weird, because people simply do not know. They don't get it. They don't know these things. They're not watching the market the way that I watch the market and calculating things. Weak solvent for the maple stain, like I said, it's 0.25. It went up a little bit. Potent solvent, I haven't been doing this for a while, so 0.19. Actually, so that's Windsward. Everfall, 0.04. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. If someone's watching this video, don't go and buy that. I'm running over to Everfall because I want to buy that. Actually, I'll just port, because I just bought a bigger house, so I was able to drop my stuff. I'm gonna port. I'm getting this. This is my potent solvent. Mine. It's cheap, guys. Cheap. This is a cheap way to level your furnishing. And then when you get up to 150, then you're making the mahogany stain, and the mahogany stain uses the blue solvent. What's that? I forget what it's called. Do I have some on me? I didn't. I dropped all my solvents. So it's solvent. It's the pure solvent, and pure solvent is 1. It's not as good actually as the potent solvent. Back when we were getting massive. Look how much I got. That's so much experience. For 30 gold. Buy all this stuff, man. 0.06. Why are people buying all my potent solvent? It's because I'm leveling my furnishing. These idiots, they're buying potent solvent. Which, by the way, if you look at the percentage that you get bonus for crafting things, the tier 4 and tier 5 sometimes is not that much different. If you want to really min-max and look at the value of things, like, oh my gosh, he's buying so much potent solvent. Yeah, you know how many levels I'm going to get? You know how much I'm going to be leveling my furnishing here? This is not here. This is in Brightwood. How much should I go up to? How much gold do I have? 4,000. I just bought a house for 20k, so that's where that money went. That's not here. That's in Brightwood again. Someone bought this stuff. 0.16. This is still great prices. I've bought potent solvent up to like 0.3. It's still a great price. Do I have enough potent solvent yet? How many do I own? I only own 5,000 potent solvent. That's all. No big deal. So the question is, where do I buy the oil? Because the oil is 0.6. You need You need 10 potent solvent per oil. I'm sorry, per 4 oil. Windsward. So we go back to Windsward, which is where we're going to craft it anyway. And there's a good amount. Look how much at 0.6. There's plenty. So do I buy more? I think I'll just stay at this amount. And while I'm here, I'm going to turn in my town boards because I'm a town board junkie. Even though I'm max level, you want to keep doing your town boards because, number one, level your weaponsmithing. Number two, decrease your weight because, you know, I'm going to pick up the feathers too because 250 territory standing. Don't forget that you're leveling your territory standing in all your areas. It goes up to level 300 from what I told. Look at this. I love picking up things I've already crafted. Just reduce your weight easily. And be able to get more territory standing and increase different things. Reduce your trading taxes. Increase your storage chest. Always increase your storage. Alright, so I have my potent solvent. I'm going back to Windsward. Gonna do a cheap recall. Much less expensive than not owning a home. Like resetting the recall in your home is very inexpensive by comparison. So I need to buy oil. People are like, you're buying all this stuff. I don't care. If I want to go harvest it, I'll go harvest the oil, spend my time doing that. Or I'll go and do something that is a higher value task with my time to make gold and then invest it in lower value tasks. And again, I always just randomly hit this. Look, another quest I can do. The question is, do I care about the armor ones now that I'm max level? Probably not. I mean, it's only 500 territory standing. Nope, didn't get lucky. I was fishing for a weaponsmithing quest and I didn't get one. It's okay. So I'm going to go over and look for oil on the market. It's pretty cheap here. 0.6 gold. Buy a ton of that. How much potent solvent do I have? I have 6,300. So can I do that math quickly in my head? I need about 3,000 oil, just under. It says I have 179 owned. I always leave one on there to keep that sale number, so that when people price them, they price them below that still. Not everyone does, and other people will buy those up. So these things happen, and I'm just going to get probably in this range. And I walk my happy ass over to the workshop. I look super sexy. I got my trolley armor on again. I can put my void bent helmet on with it if I want to. Walk over. Look super stylish. You like my necklace? Got my bling. It's actually not very blingy. It's very stony. These are my Second Amendment arms. These are my right to bear arms. I told my brother that joke. He had never heard that joke before. He laughed so hard. Alright. Oak stain. How much experience do you guys think I'm going to make? You don't have to wait. Look how much I'm making. Watch my experience. I'm 127 furnishing. I was 127 and now I'm 136. Just got 9 levels in furnishing. That was really difficult, guys. Furnishing is so hard to level. So difficult to level. How much did I spend to do that? I did spend a few thousand gold. To be fair, I spent a few thousand gold. But how long does it take to get a few thousand gold when you're max level? It depends on what you're doing. Depends on how sexy you are. The sexier you are, the easier it is to make money. Isn't that true? Look at those. Look at those gauntlets. The claws. The claws. All right. Well, that's my little trick for furnishing. You might hate it. You might like it. You might just want to go gather some oil and buy some incredibly cheap potent solvent before I can buy it all. Goodbye. Goodbye. Please don't take all my potent solvent. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye. Here, I'll do a nice little dance for you. Yeah. Dance time. Is it a dance break or a break dance? I can't remember. Dance break or break dance? I can't remember. I just don't know. Okay. Okay, goodbye. Bye. Ragzog. Ragzog. So I've been working on leveling up my furnishing, and I've been purchasing a lot of oil, but the price has gone up as more people are recognizing this trick that I've been doing. They've figured it out just as well as I have. But right now I'm out here in Weaver's Fen, great resource location for oil. You don't get a lot of oil per node, but there's so many oil nodes out here. Just in this southeast region, I had found a whole litany of them in the beta, and I had created a route, but it's been so long since I did any of that stuff. I'm also, while I'm out here, deciding it's a really good idea for me to get some rawhide, because in the high-level zones you don't get a lot of rawhide. So you can get the gators out here for rawhide, you can get the oil, not bothering to block, just getting manhandled by an alligator. And you can also, while you're out here, get some death motes. You know, you want to be able to get as many motes as possible for your void bent armor, because you need 500 of each mote type. So I've been harvesting motes all over the place. So great resource of death motes out here. Death motes are also very useful for leveling your weaponsmithing and making your honing stones. So there's a lot of great things for you to get while you're out here harvesting your oil, getting your death motes. It looks like there's a water mote over here as well. Just kind of grab everything that you see as you're going along. These are always very important to get the river crests, any water stones that you'll see. Grab the oil. You can track these things on your compass. Just kind of go around and just hit all this stuff over here. I'm skipping the mobs. I don't care about the mobs. I am killing the alligators for the rawhide. So, more oil. Just kind of run around. You'll come across these things on your tracking and just grab it all.